Well, hey everyone, this is Ryan from Positive Athlete, and I just wanted to drop you guys a video to give you some more information about what we've got coming up this spring, clarify a few things for you, and also tell you about some really exciting news that we have for you about the future of Positive Athlete and where we're going. The first piece of information I wanted to give you guys was about our nominations deadline. That's going to be on Friday, April 1st. Our nominations deadline is the last day that you can nominate your positive athletes and positive coaches. So make sure between now and April 1st, you get your nominations in, because that deadline, that Friday, April 1st deadline, is the last day that you can nominate. Secondly, and this is a really exciting announcement to be able to make, is that this year we will have the return of our Georgia Awards ceremony down at the College Football Hall of Fame. It's been too long. We are so excited to be able to gather with our statewide award winners at the College Football Hall of Fame in early June. It hasn't been able to happen for the last couple of years because of COVID, but man, are we excited to be able to recognize some amazing student athletes and amazing coaches that night at our Georgia Awards ceremony. Hey, third piece of information I wanted to be able to give you was actually to stop for a second and talk about awards categories. I've gotten plenty of questions over the last 4 or 5 months regarding some sport categories that people would like to see happen, and man, we're right there with you, especially about sports like riflery and flag football and a number of other sports. And so I wanted to stop for a second and kind of explain how we put these things together. So right now we have an awards category called alternative sports, and that is a category that basically encompasses all of the different sports that maybe don't get a ton of different nominations, but we still want to make sure they're represented in our award winners. So right now, alternative sports exist to be able to award student athletes that compete in sports that may not have a crazy number of nominations yet, but we want to make sure that the award means something to the kids. So as opposed to giving an award away in a sport that there may only be 4 or 5 nominations in, we put all of those together so that that award really means something when we pick an alternative sport category winner. I tell you all of that information to tell you this: we do accept nominations for all of those sports that I mentioned before. And so we want to make sure that you nominate all your kids that are playing flag football, all the kids that are doing martial arts or rodeo and equestrian, things like that. We accept those nominations. The way to do that is to be able to type those sports into the other sport box in our nominations form, and that gives us the ability then to make sure that we count those sports in their sport 1, sport 2, or sport 3. We make those changes after those nominations come in. We're keeping a real close eye on the number of nominations that we're getting in each of those sports, so that if we get a healthy enough number of nominations, we can include it as a sport category in this year's awards. But just wanted to encourage you that we do accept nominations in every single sport, no matter whether it's sponsored by the GHSA or not. We accept all nominations. We try to be as inclusive as possible at Positive Athlete, and we are really excited not only to be able to give our alternative sport category awards away, but also to potentially add some new categories either this year or in upcoming years. Another piece of exciting information I wanted to share with you is that Academy Sports and Outdoors is back this spring to be able to give 2 more $1,000 scholarships away to winter or spring sports athletes. You probably saw our Positive Athlete stories that we posted over the course of the fall. We're back doing that this spring as well, so we're really excited to be able to highlight some more unbelievable positive athletes around the state. The beauty of this scholarship, or these scholarships, are that anybody in the state is eligible for them. It's not location based. So no matter where you are in the state, whether you're in Rabun County or down in Bainbridge, you are eligible for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Positive Athlete Scholarship. So make sure you get your nominations in. There's scholarships available for literally everybody across the state. We're so excited that Academy Sports and Outdoors is back with us, and I'm excited to be able to share more positive athlete stories with you later on this spring. Hey, the last thing I have for you guys is about our strategic partnership with the X Factor Company. As many of you guys know, Positive Athlete has existed over the course of the last 9 to 10 years to recognize high character high school student athletes. But we realized that it takes a lot to become a positive athlete. And so we wanted to partner with a company that was building something that helped build athletes into positive athletes. And so that's how we struck our partnership with the X Factor company. X Factor is a mobile app that allows coaches to be able to assign character-based modules to their student athletes, where kids can interact with video content from some of their modern day heroes like LeBron James or Mike Trout and people like that, and teach them character traits and give them more information on character traits so that they can build themselves into a positive athlete. We believe that most coaches got into coaching because they wanted to make an impact on the younger generation. Yet we know that the current demands of the modern coach are so high in so many different areas that oftentimes there's not enough time or adequate time to be able to really invest into their student athletes. So what we've done is we created a tool that at the press of a button, a coach is able to give meaningful information to their student athletes on their mobile device for them to be able to interact with. That's not only helping build character in their student athletes, but also satisfying that need that we know that coaches have to be able to invest into their student athletes. One of the coolest pieces of this technology is going to be the fact that Positive Athlete is going to seamlessly integrate within X Factor, so that when kids are being affected by the character-based information that they're getting from their modern day heroes in these modules, and we see the growth that's happening in the classroom and on the field and in their character, a coach will be able to nominate a kid for Positive Athlete right there in the app. So man, we're really excited about this development. We're really excited about the future of Positive Athlete. And I want to make one thing clear. While this app will have a cost to schools or teams, Positive Athlete is never going to cost anything to a school. So this doesn't change anything about our program. If anything, it just makes it better and gives an additional tool to schools and coaches that may want to utilize it to be able to develop their student athletes into unbelievable positive athletes all across the state. If you'd like more information on the X Factor app, go ahead and click the link that's paired in this email. That'll take you to a form where you can fill it out with just your name and contact information. We would love to be able to follow up with you with more information about the app, tell you a little bit more about the capabilities of it, and also talk with you through how we can quickly and seamlessly integrate that into your school, your team, or maybe even your school system. So if you're interested, make sure you click that link. Shoot us that information in the form, and we will quickly follow up with you to be able to give you that information. Well, hey, thanks so much for taking just a second to receive some of this information. We're so excited about the future of Positive Athlete, and we're even more excited about recognizing hundreds more positive athletes all across the state of Georgia this spring. Again, make sure you get your nominations in by April 1st. And if you have any questions for us, I've listed an email address right here to be able to get in touch with us. We'd love to be able to clear up any information that we can for you. But until next time, have a positive week, and we're looking forward to getting in more nominations up until April 1st.